Let's get into the scientific explanation about the emotion named anger first. If you go along with the dictionary meaning of anger, then we can say that anger is basically a strong feeling of displeasure and rejection, aroused by something wrong. The basic definition might not sound so bad as it might seem, but it obviously does not give any detailed information about what exactly happens inside a person when he or she is under the situation of facing those same feelings of hostility and also getting a lot of strong emotions for rejection. Charles Spielberger, one of the world's most popular psychologists, whose basic field of research was the emotion named anger, has been defining this term as a specific emotional state that varies from person to person in terms of intensity. These various levels of intensity might be from mild and simple irritation towards intense levels of furious state and rage. With all the discussion that has been going throughout this book till now, might make you think that anger is really bad and also one should never have anger inside his mind. That is the exact problem where people start doing mistakes. Anger is completely normal to have, and also none of the informative content or this book is telling you that you shall never face anger, and it is really bad if you are angry. What I am trying to teach and make you understand is that despite of being one of the most normal emotions to have, you need to work on your perspective and also your mental exercises so that anger is not able to take over you and make you do things that you never wished to do. You might have a question in your mind regarding the purpose of anger's existence. It is very hard and complicated properly understand the basic purpose of anger. If you have ever tried to work on a car engine or any other automobile engine, then you know already that it can be really one of the most overwhelming tasks, and with a lot of components to handle you might easily get frustrated with it. Once you have mastered and properly understand the functions of each of the components that are available in front of you, the things will quickly start to fall into their own place and you'll have a clear picture in front of you. Anger should be dealt with the exact same point of approach. When we are first trying or making our attempts to grasp the very meaning of the purpose of anger, the overall task might seem quite impossible to master. But, as we are making slow and steady progress throughout all the steps and stages that are there to be understood, we'll slowly start to understand the fact that anger management is actually far less overwhelming from which we have been thinking about it. Anger can be caused because of two different events occurring in front of you. One is internal events and the other is external events. Internal event is basically caused by the person himself. It can be as simple as thinking about some bad memories or thinking about something that really makes a person angry from the inside. The second type is external events. Is quite as same as the first one, but the only difference is that the cause of action has not been done by the individual himself, rather than it has been done by someone else. Understanding the cause of anger. Trying to manage our anger and also get into a peaceful state of mind, it is very much important that we try to find the proper cause of our anger. This cannot be achieved without any practical experiments done on yourself. Imagine that you are getting angry at someone or something or someone that has been done wrongly in front of you, and you have already shown a lot of anger towards it. Is more like it happened that you are not going to be trying to think about it at a later time because you are going to be thinking that whenever you think about it will be a waste of your time and also it will ruin your good mood. This ignorance towards thinking about the angry station at a later time is exactly what does the most harm towards a human personality. Because it doesn't matter how much it is capable of ruining your mood, but if you are not facing it with a logical explanation, and also an open-minded perspective, you are not going to be able to truly understand and also be able to get rid of it. Imagine that you are angry at something and after a couple of hours when you have totally cooled down. Whenever that thought about your angry state comes into your mind, you try your best to suppress that thought and not to think about it because you suspect and fear that is going to be ruining your good mood, and it is going to be making you angry once again. But if you are avoiding the state of anger constantly, and also not thinking about how everything started in the first place, then how do you expect that you are going to be able to find the root of your anger? Whenever such type of thought comes inside your mind after any angry impulsive reaction, let it come. Don't just fight it. Try to face your thoughts. And when you do, it is possible that you might feel angry once again. But being angry is not the main focus point of this task. The main task is that whenever you're thinking about the previous thing that you have given impossible reaction to, think about the exact situation and the exact scenario from which everything started in the first place. Think about the exact thing and the nature of that thing that made you mad at the first place. You will have a far better understanding about what type of thing is making you mad all the time. There is one thing done. Now for the second part, you need to properly understand the nature of the incident that has made you angry. Try to understand whether or not every single element or every single incident containing the same nature has been able to make you angry or not. If every single event with the same nature makes you angry, basically means that you hate that type of situation or that type of work being done in front of you. If the case is that you are not feeling angry by the same type of incidents done by any other person, basically means that areas that single individual who did the wrong thing in front of you in the first place, whom you really despite of. It basically means that the same type of incident is actually not being able to make you angry rather than it is only the first person who did it. That means that the first person who made you angry was the only person that is hated by you. Not the incident or even not the nature of the incident. When you are thinking about all of these, it is very much possible that imagining the entire scenario happening in front of your eyes all over again might be able to make you angry from the inside. It's able to make you angry from the inside whenever you are totally alone sitting in your bedroom. Don't just try to fight it and get rid of the uncomfortable situations inside your mind. Once you face it with courage and a clear point of view, you will have a far better time about understanding and facing your fears. It is more likely to be happening that your anger seems to just simply explode without any type of previous warning, and exactly this makes it really difficult and complex to manage properly. Even if you have explosive anger, which basically means that you will not be able to identify whether or not you are getting angry by any event, it is still possible that you might be able to prevent such type of explosion happening. All existing types of episodes related to anger explosion are basically following a common operator bill pattern. A proper examination about your own pattern is really the most and the first important step towards achieving a better management and a better control towards your anger-related issues. It will really be quite useful for you to have a little look at your condition and also your reactions out of your angry state. From this point of view, every single person has developed their own personal patterns and methods of expressing anger and experiencing the feeling inside your brain. When you are able to understand the unique features of your personality related to your anger outcomes, then it will be way too much easier for you to make the necessary changes that will be helpful for controlling your automatic reactions. Anger sequence inside any personality basically starts with a specific event that is known as the trigger of anger. A trigger can be everyday situations as simple as a simple disagreement or even a speech of disrespect, or even a struggle about what to do or how to achieve a certain thing. A lot of people become angry just about the type of relationship of the events happening around them. A trigger can be done either by yourself or even a trigger can be caused due to other people's negative behavior around you. Such type of negative behavior can be as simple as someone not being willing to hear what you have inside your head, or even just being too much persuasive for what they want from you. The second element that causes anger is the thoughts, which are embedded with the triggered element. Whenever a specific set of event is able to make a person angry, which is basically known as a trigger, it is possible that there is going to be a certain point of view of seeing the entire event from the mind of the person who is getting angry. When you have properly understood the reason and the trigger material for your anger, it is now time for you to properly understand how you have been reacting whenever you are angry. If you don't have a clear idea about exactly how your face looks like whenever you're angry, try making your angry face or try getting angry by saying the exact thing that you hate the most to yourself in front of a mirror. This will be able to give you a clear picture about how you exactly look and how you exactly feel in front of the other person whenever you are angry. This will be able to create a sense of fear inside your mind about your own self that if you get angry you are such type of a bad person, and your mind will automatically start to reject such type of event from happening in the first place. There will be a lot more detailed discussion about how to make your own profile to analyze your personality and come up with the best approach to get rid of anger management related issues. Let's just take into a little bit more theoretical part. I know that theoretical part is always going to read rather than just knowing about the solution itself in the first hand. But the problem is that you need to learn properly in order to understand and come up with a solution that is going to be best for your own unique situation. After this next chapter of some theoretical discussion, we will be diving straight into the practical aspects about how and why, and in which way you should be managing your anger. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumb up and share with your friend. Thank you for watching.